Hello dear friends, in this video I would like to share with you some tips how to prepare for IELTS speaking test yourself. With the help of ChatGPT, now we have a lot of opportunities to practice any kind of skills related to IELTS. For example, you can create content for like reading similar content for IELTS, listening, writing, speaking. In this video, I would like to share with you some tips how to prepare for IELTS speaking test. So first of all, you need to log in into ChatGPT. Then you can start new chart. Here you can use ChatGPT 4. So keep in mind that this is paid version, and I used special Chrome extension called Superpower ChatGPT. First of all, you need to give an appropriate prompt to ChatGPT. So, as you know, in IELTS test, there are some questions that interviewer ask interviewee. So first of all, we need to generate some questions, and for this you need to give an appropriate prompt. For example, you can start like you are a professional IELTS test examiner. Please generate questions that are asked in IELTS test. Let's see what it can do for us. Sorry. Please generate questions that ask in the speaking part. Speaking in the speaking part of IELTS test. Here we go. Okay, now we have a set of questions generated by the ChatGPT. Now the next step is to use Google Docs. Google Docs speech to text tool. For example, here in the Tools tab you can find voice typing. So now let me show you how it works. Let's say we answer the third part, for example, this question. So, how do you think reading habits have changed with the rise of digital media? And for this we need to click this microphone button. So let's start. How do you think reading habits have changed with the rise of digital media? Well, I think that with the emergence of digital media, reading habits have changed significantly, because nowadays we have electronic books, we have various contents generated on the platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I think that nowadays people prefer to read less, and they prefer to read bite-sized information, and I think that it may impact our intellectual capabilities in future. So you can continue by answering more and more questions. For example, this one. Yes, I totally agree with this statement, because in the past, when people learn how to invent, how to create paper, they were quite excited about this innovation, and they used paper to write books, and it has continued for about 1000 years or even more. But nowadays, since we turn to digitalized since our world is more digitalized now, so traditional paper will be used less and less, but I don't think that it will disappear completely, because I believe that there will always be people who will want to stick to the traditional way of reading. So now, when we recorded our answering, we can copy this part and ask ChatGPT some assistance. For example, you can ask, you can say, I have answered some questions on some questions. Can you please check them and assess my speaking according to IELTS speaking criteria, for example, and after that, can you please provide model answers? You can paste like that and press enter. So let's see what we have now. So as we can see, we have feedback. For example, fluency and coherence. It says that you are able to communicate your ideas without much hesitation. There were some repetition and self-correction moments. For instance, how to innovate, which was probably meant to how to innovate, how to be meant to be innovate. Your response is well structured, but some ideas could be linked more cohesively. Lexical resource, like you have used a range of vocabulary such emergence, bit-sized information, digitalized. A few inaccuracies exist in the word choice and formation. For example, how to innovate might be misstatement. Grammatical range occurs. While you demonstrate range of structures, there are few errors. For example, when people learn how to innovate, it has continued for about 1000 years. punctuation, the aspect is difficult to evaluate without hearing your spoken response, but be mindful of clearly in articulation and in intonation to convey your message and emotion effectively. And there we have like model answers. You can read them several times. You may try to learn something new from them or try to memorize them, and you can even ask what is my approximate band for speaking. So fluency coherence like 6.5, lexical 6.5, grammatical range accuracy 6. So it's probably 6 and 5, 6.5. Okay, thank you for watching the video. I hope you will find this video helpful. See you later.